Welcome back to India Insight. It was just weeks ago when the headlines were grabbed by reports of power failures across northern India. The base of the problem was mismanagement of India's power grids and the power distribution sector. In every adversity, they say, lies an opportunity, and this one is no different. So as we look at better management of our power grids, the opportunity for the IT sector and IT-enabled power grids seems to be emerging. Balakrishnan reports.
An estimated 650 million people without power. 20 of 28 states plunged into darkness. Last week's power blackouts is definitely not an India shining moment. But in every adversity, there is an opportunity. And experts say the timing could not be better for the aggressive rollout of smart grids across the country. But what really is a smart grid and how does it work? Somnath Chatterjee from IT major Capgemini explains.
When we become smart more and more, consumers will get to know when to use the electricity, and they themselves will also produce electricity in a way that consumers will also become a producer of electricity, and then they will start pumping electricity back to the grid. So in every step, there will be an element of smartness that will come into the grid, by which I mean that the generating will become smart, the substations will become smart and they will become automated. We will have automated SCADA system to get the data, online data, and also the home will have its home energy management system and will have smart devices which will enable them to communicate with the grid.
According to a recent report, the Indian government is expected to spend $11 billion over the next 5 years to modernize their electricity grid, out of which 1/5 will be spent on technology alone. Indian IT players like Infosys, Wipro, now ranked among the world's top smart grid solution providers, are competing with global giants like IBM, Capgemini for working on smart grid pilots from various state-owned utilities. While widespread implementation of smart grid systems is still a distant dream, some states like Karnataka are already experimenting with the technology. C.N. Raghupati, head of the India business at Infosys, is working with the Karnataka government to implement smart grid solutions.
Already 61 towns out of 100 towns are live on our metering, billing and collection module. 39 are yet to go live. 3 or 4 towns are live on a full stack, which also has a geographical information system where we have mapped out each consumer, we have mapped out each house, connected it to a pole, so that we can also look at fault location, identification and repair.
Some of the other smart grid pilot projects in India include a $25 million smart grid program in Maharashtra covering distribution networks in 8 cities including Mumbai. The Bangalore Electricity Supply Company is piloting a project to install 1 million smart meters over the next 1 year. Puducherry signed a MOU with Power Grid Corporation to install smart meters in 87,000 homes. Consultants say the move towards smart grids and smart meters not only helps states and state electricity boards but also consumers.
If you're going to give something like in a display at any point in time how much of energy is being consumed, and if you're able to give an aggregated usage pattern month after month after month, then the household can plan that I don't want to really exceed a certain amount every month. So that's one. And if you give an online information, studies have shown all over the world, at least there will be a self-controlled, self-initiated 10 to 15% saving by the consumers.
With the benefits of the smart grids now widely accepted, the idea is to spread its implementation. The India Smart Grid Forum, established by the Ministry of Power, is looking at smart grid implementation in all state capitals and large cities between 2014 and 2017. The ministry has also formed an India Smart Grid Task Force to coordinate between various ministries. But experts warn that smart grid projects are capital intensive and require government support given the poor financial health of the state electricity boards.
Unfortunately, today the state utilities have a different agenda. If you look at the state utilities today, most of the utilities are in a bad shape, financial bad shape. No, the financial institutions are coming forward to fund them. So that's why the whole roadmap is to address the state utilities so that we have more and more state utilities buy-in into the smart grid.
Analysts say the recent blackouts in the northern and eastern grids were a disaster waiting to happen, especially with the lack of political will to curb the overdrawing of power by certain states. But the IT industry says it is this political will that is critical to push smart grids from mere pilot projects to large-scale implementation across India. In Bangalore, Balakrishnan, NDTV Profit.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.